Welcome back this week on the Gorilla Press podcast. We've got so much to talk about in such little time. Tony, Toastradamus, we are right here in the middle of Wrestlemania season. And all the things that we've missed this past week have been insane. Let's talk about the Royal Rumble. Let's talk about Raw. Let's talk about the Janelle Grant lawsuit. Let's talk about Elimination Chamber. Let's talk about it all. But
Let's go.
First, we're going to talk about the Royal Rumble that happened this weekend. We didn't do a post-game show like we thought, but I had several people from the page over to watch the event. It was a lot of fun. Had a great time. First off, how did you feel about Royal Rumble overall? Did you enjoy it?
I loved it. I thought the presentation was great. The look of it was fantastic. That stadium was beautiful. I thought they put on a great show. You wouldn't know it when you go online and listen to all the stupid wrestling fans. I hate wrestling fans. I really freaking do. Oh my God. The bitching about Jay, the bitching about Jey Uso winning is ridiculous. The guy is he might be the most over guy in the company. Like, this is what's supposed to happen.
Well, I applaud that they tried to make this unpredictable, meaning that most people had a Seth Rollins or a John Cena or even a Drew McIntyre or a CM Punk, Roman Reigns to win this Rumble, and they said, no, we know that you've counted Jey Uso out, and you think that we as a company have counted Jey Uso out and winning any major championship after Saturday night's main event. But it's like they went out of their way to swerve the audience and be like, no, we're still behind this guy. We're still behind the merch killer. We're still behind one of the hottest crowd participations in probably pro wrestling history. Okay? When you have everybody in an arena, a stadium, wherever, that are doing the yeet thing, it's insanely over. It finished in the top 4 in merchandise sales as far as his t-shirts, his glasses. Whether you agree with his, if he's got the in-ring ability to be able to pull this off, or he's tag wrestler, whatever the case may be, you can't look at it as a bad decision.
Whatever. He makes people feel. That's what this is about. He makes people feel.
Right.
Look at that crowd when he comes out. Look at the crowd. Whether you like it or not, it don't matter. It's what everybody else likes. Look at that crowd. Right.
Personally, do I feel that Jey Uso should have won the Royal Rumble and gone on to face Gunther? Is that the story that I want to see played out, where he's not giving up and he's try again kind of thing, and he finally gets it at the end of the story? That's a beautiful story that's being told right there. But for me, I like box office appeal. And even Gunther is like he appealed to a certain wrestling fan base in his Raw promo against Jey Uso. He's like, I can't further my legacy by facing you again. I could further my legacy by facing Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar. Well, he didn't say Brock Lesnar, but that was the rumored matchup. Look, I want to see Gunther with a fresh matchup. I get the fans that are bitching. I don't see Jey Uso as a main event player either. But facts are straight, guys. He's got the hottest merch sales, okay? He's got the entire crowd participating in the yeet thing. It is insanely fucking over. There have been certain fans of this product that are clamoring for a world title run. Is this the worst story ever being told? No, it's not. It's a story they haven't done in a long time, where besides the Cody losing to Roman Reigns and then winning the next year's, it's a little similar to that. But Jey Uso saying, you know what, I'm not giving up. I am good enough to be a singles competitor. I'm good enough to be a main eventer. And you know what? They've got so much star power.
But how else are you going to build stars? How else are you going to build stars?
Right, and now all you've done, you got CM Punk, you got a Roman Reigns, you got John Cena. You've got all these huge, big name stars, and everybody thought it's going to be one of those stars that wins the Royal Rumble. And they're like, you know what? No, we're going to create even more stars. Now we're going to give Jey Uso the Royal Rumble win because nobody saw it coming. And now all of a sudden, in 5, 6, 7, 8 months from now, you're thinking of Jey Uso in the same slide as a John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. Am I right?
That's the point is to make stars. How else do you want to make stars? Like how else?
Well,
Like
look at when Roman Reigns first got his push, John Cena first got his push, CM Punk to a certain degree, Seth Rollins, all these guys when they first got their push and were put in a big time main event, their first ever big main event, fans probably were like, I don't know about this. I don't know if I want to see this. Now, again, I don't know. Jey Uso, to me, in ring is just whatever. You know what I mean? But we have shown time and time again it's not all about in ring. As a matter of fact, a lot of it isn't about in ring.
who
It's
said he has
about
to have the title for a
characters,
year?
it's about the story, and it's about the characters.
Who said he has to have the title for a year? He can have the title for a month.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He can
Yeah.
have the title for a short period of time. He doesn't have to have the title all the time.
It's a story that's being told.
It's a
You
story
never
being
give
told at
up.
the
You never
moment.
give up. Even though this guy, all these fans told you you're only a tag wrestler. You couldn't beat Gunther clean the first time. Why can you beat him the second time clean?
Here's the
It's
problem
just a
with fans.
story.
People got to understand that the company knows the ending. They know where this is going. You don't. So enjoy. Watch the story. Why would you want something to happen the way you want it to? What the fuck is the point of watching the damn show? What's the
What's the
point? Don't
point
you
of
want to
seeing
be
the
involved?
same? What's the point of seeing the same guys pushed over and over again as well? Would that have done really anything for Punk, Roman Reigns, John Cena, or Seth Rollins? Those guys are already insanely over. Those guys are already moneymakers. They're already main eventers. What is that doing? That's maybe cementing their legacy a little bit more, but I mean, not really. They've
Well,
already got a legacy, man. Did they need
there's
the Rumble win? No. Did a Jey Uso need a Royal Rumble win to be looked at as a main eventer? Yes.
yeah, I agree 100%. But I'm sick of talking about people complaining, but there was a lot more good on this show. There was a lot of good on this show. The just to get off topic for a second, the Cody Kevin Owens match was great.
Oh my God, I think it might have been the highlight of the show for me was Cody
It
versus
could have been.
Kevin
Yeah,
Owens. It really reminded me of an old Kevin Steen match from ROH. It was so brutal, but yet it had great
it was
storytelling,
great.
great facial expressions, tons of drama, insane spots. They had us hooked when we were watching the event. We thought that Cody and Kevin were hurt at times, man. We really did. They had us
They
hooked there
probably
for a little
were.
bit. Yeah, I mean they probably did need a breather, but man, we thought it was like they're gonna call off the match because
I thought
the
I
way
thought
their
the whole show.
bodies would go limp and everything, they sold the
Yeah.
shit just absolutely perfect.
Great
So
match.
overall Raw feelings is that or Rumble feelings is that Rumble was a great event. And I
The
like
women
the
were great.
results of Royal Rumble.
The women were good. There were surprises there. The men had a couple surprises. Joe Henry. Um,
Alexa
pop.
Bliss, that
Oh,
was a shocker.
that pop was huge, huh?
That might have been the pop of the night.
That was the pop of the night. That
Or
it
Jordan
lasted too.
Gracie picking up Piper Nevin or whatever, and like I don't know
But
what that move was.
that Alexa Bliss pop, it sustained for like a good minute. It was
Oh
loud in
yeah,
there.
and
It
that's a
really
long
was.
entrance they have to walk down.
I was
That place
surprised
was
at the
going
pop.
nuts.
I
Yeah,
love a long entrance. Yeah,
yeah.
I love a long entrance. I really do. I wish they'd bring back the ring from WrestleMania's past.
Oh my God, I love those, and I
I
love
love
those as
the
a
friggin'
kid.
ring, bro.
Yeah, I mean, every time I think of him, I think of Andre just kind of looking out, fucking cokes and debris flying
Yeah,
out
I
of his
love
shit.
that thing. They got to bring that
Yeah,
back. They got
yeah.
to bring that back.
I wish they would bring that back. That
One
was
day,
awesome, wasn't it?
just not for the big stars. Like, like let the big stars walk out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Royal Rumble, great. Again,
Yeah.
I saw the Jey Uso stuff at first, and I was like, man, I want to see somebody else face Gunther. But hey, it makes complete sense. And guess what? He's making you a ton of money. I'm just a smart fan over here wanting to see a fresh matchup.
Yeah.
But again, a nice story, and you got so much star power. It's not a it's not a real big deal if you really think about it. You got I mean, you still got CM Punk, Roman Reigns, all these big names to book. I mean, this is going to be a fucking outstanding WrestleMania. I'm really excited about it.
We'll see.
Uh, so Rumble was a success. Rumble was great.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Raw. How did you feel
Huh?
about Raw?
I mean, it was a good show.
I thought you're getting angles, man. If you're because you've been complaining about, hey, it was just a show. I thought last night you're progressing and you're starting to see what your Mania matchups are now. We're finally getting some story progression and we're seeing where stuff is going. And I like that about it. I
Maybe
like the
I'm
fact.
impatient. I guess I'm just an impatient guy. You know, like I said, it's a good show, but I'm looking for something amazing. I'm looking to come on here with you, Trey, and go, that was fucking. I want that feeling. I haven't had that feeling yet. I haven't had that feeling. We're
It's
getting
still
angles.
early. If you think about it, they got a long time. They got all the rest of
No,
this
they
month,
do.
all of
There's still
March,
time. There's time.
half
I'm
of
an
April
impatient man.
now. Yeah.
I am.
Um,
But I'm looking for that angle. I'm looking for that big story where we're going, oh, that was beautiful. And I know they can do it. That's why I'm getting a little impatient. Because I know it can be done.
well, I enjoyed Raw last night. I thought it was a
I
good
did.
show, good solid show. I love the
Yes.
Elimination Chamber matchups. I do like the ending with which I like the ending, but man, I really wanted Kevin Owens to sell that for a few weeks that match. But he comes out, he looks like hammer dog shit.
Yeah.
Attacks Sami Zayn and CM Punk. Really attacks Zayn with a package power driver. You know where this is going. You know where Kevin Owens has great character development because it's a I'm gonna blame you, but because of my shortcomings, basically. You put the blame. He's one of these people in life that blames everybody
Yeah.
for their problems instead of takes responsibility for their problems,
Playing,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So
Playing the
he's
heel.
going to blame Sami Zayn for his loss against Cody Rhodes. You were out there. You could have done this. You could have done that to help me win because I would have had your back because we're best friends, but you didn't. You're selfish. And bam, right there's your story. I attacked you because you're a terrible friend and you didn't have my back against Cody Rhodes in that ladder match. That's where I feel like that's going.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely. Definitely.
Why else
But I
would he
mean,
attack his buddy?
I could see people being sick of this again too, though. Like, how many times are you gonna do this? Go to this well.
Yeah, but it does feel kind of fresh in my
It
opinion.
does. No,
And
I like it. I'm
what
not one
else
of
are
those
you gonna
people.
do? These guys are made for each other, and what else are you gonna do with them right now?
I guess. I mean, there's ways to go anyway. All it takes is a
Yeah.
stroke of a
Have
pencil.
them in some kind of different kind of matchup because they've faced each other at Mania before. Maybe I don't know.
But
Cage doesn't
maybe
make
they'll
sense because
actually
they're
let
not in
them go.
stables. A
Maybe they'll
what?
let them go this time. It's not McMahon behind them. It's Triple
Right.
H going, go. They'll
I think
show
you
the
could put a
world what you can do.
stipulation, some kind of stipulation behind it.
Maybe. I'd see
Yeah.
it being unsanctioned or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
You
you
know?
can't go with cage match, ladder match doesn't make sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell! Yes!
No, because
Why
that's
not?
used to keep out interference, and then these guys don't really. I mean, Sammy has a bloodline with their
You're right.
faces.
And that's how you end feuds, though.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
It's how you end feuds. I
Yeah.
can see it. That's what I'm saying is I can see it.
Okay, so you like Raw? You just thought it was a good show.
It was a good show. It was a good
Yeah.
show. It wasn't great.
Okay.
It was a good show.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, me too.
Um. So heading into Mania, we have the Elimination Chamber, and what I feel like feels like a huge show, almost as big as Rumble. Man, I don't
Yeah,
know what
man.
it is. The way they promoted it last night, everything just feels so big time when you're watching Raw. You know what I'm saying? Just their announcements to talking about fucking wrestling trading cards. everything just feels so big to me. Like
Did
this
you
is like we're
see?
living in a very in a rarefied era almost. Like maybe 5, 6 years from now, we're gonna look back and be like, God, what a
Oh, I
damn
think so.
stacked era this was.
Did you see Cena's promo about going into the Elimination Chamber on that
Yeah, that's all. That
conference?
also made it feel very special.
I thought he was very heelish, if you think about it.
I'm gonna give you time to talk about me while I'm on the movie set.
No, he was just like he said he's using his power to get into the match. He was like, it's best for business if I'm in the main event at WrestleMania. That's a heel talking. Heels talk like
Well,
that.
there's been rumors that they were going to turn him heel, and
I would love it.
boy, that would be a for his last year to do a heel run would be very interesting.
And then turn face at
Maybe
the
even
end.
have him at the end of the story, his end of his run. He figures out the errors of his ways. I mean, you
Yeah,
could do a lot of shit
exactly.
with that.
I
Yeah,
hope it's. I really hope they don't fuck up this run. I really hope
yeah.
it's good. I'm excited about it. So
So we're starting to look at what Mania looks like, and it looks good too. You know, I mean,
yeah, it's gonna be
I
good. It's
think
gonna
you
be good.
already have your main matchups. You look at maybe a I'm hearing Logan Paul and AJ Styles.
Yeah,
Wouldn't really
good
set
match.
up too much at the Rumble, but you also set up a CM Punk Rollins Reigns scenario, possibly triple threat match for that. You set up Jey Uso and Gunther, in my opinion. That's who he'll pick. And then it would appear to me, if I'm just predicting here, fantasy booking, you have John Cena win the Elimination Chamber, and you have him take on Cody, which is whatever. You know what I'm saying? If they want to have that pass the torch moment, that's, it's whatever, man. It is
It's
John
whatever.
Cena's last year. It could be turned into a very entertaining story. I think that they've beaten John Cena too much in the last couple of years, and then they actually go out of their way to mention this by saying, "I haven't won a match in X amount of days or years or
Yeah.
whatever." And maybe they shouldn't have brought that up because, in my eyes, I still, as a fan, remember that. So to me, John Cena, a guy who lost against Austin Theory, who is absolutely irrelevant right now, that feels like a less than match to have Cody take him on. I don't buy John Cena beating Cody.
Well,
Now,
let's see
if
the
they
chamber.
do what you just mentioned, I think that could really freshen things up if you did turn John Cena heel. All of a sudden, John Cena as a heel taking on Cody sounds way
Or
more appealing.
or he turns heel during the WrestleMania match, and that's how he wins the belt. And he's
Yeah,
a heel. He's a heel
yeah,
champion.
like, hey, I'm going out on top. I got to
Yeah,
get this money in my last year. You know what I mean? Whatever
yeah,
he.
man, something like that. I think we're fantasy booking right now.
Yeah, we are, and we apologize.
Fine.
Just looking at it, it looks like it will be John Cena and Cody Rhodes. I was
Yeah.
just listing off matchups we're looking at. We're looking at No Rock. I think what I said last year when my wife asked, "Why do you think he's came back to wrestling?" I'm going to tell you exactly why I think he came back to wrestling. He had several failed movies. He had lost tons of money in the XFL, and he had a negative vibe about him as far as like people just weren't in love with Dwayne Johnson like they were in
Yeah, I
previous
guess.
years. But then in the last year, all of a sudden you've made Moana 2, you're making a live action Moana, you've got your movies up and running.
I know.
XFL is doing better since unifying with the other football league. So now all of a sudden you don't need wrestling. He needed wrestling then. He doesn't need wrestling now. So he said, you know what? Fuck off. I'm not risk getting hurt. I don't have to wrestle anymore. I'm going to come out on Raw and I'm going to fucking kiss babies and shake hands. And I'm just a CEO guy. Just forget about the final boss stuff like you
Nah,
never
I think
saw
it's
it.
a work. I still think it's a work. I still think it's a work.
I think it's not. I don't think
I
I
do.
don't
I
know.
do. I do.
You
I'm
think he's
being
going to be in a match at Mania?
no, no. I'm not saying wrestle, but I think we're being worked as far as him being this nice guy. I think it's a work. I do.
I think Hollywood accepted him back and the public accepted him back. And now he's like, he has no reason or want to wrestle. But
Trey Davis, sit back, know your role, and enjoy the ride the Rock's taking you on.
I'm enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the ride with or without The Rock. I mean,
No, me too.
hey,
I don't need The Rock. I don't need The
I
Rock.
don't need The Rock.
I
It's
know. I know.
okay. Y'all are doing great. You don't
Yeah.
really, and he might be looking at it like that. They don't really fucking need me. Why risk getting hurt and miss movie projects or whatever? Hey, it makes sense, man. I do hope we see him back, and I hope you're right, and I hope we see the final character boss, because I think there's still a lot of money left on the table on that one.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, all right. We've talked about Mania and what it looks like. We talked about Elimination Chamber, Raw results, Rumble results. Final thing we're going to talk about before the what the fuck moment of the week
Oh, I got
is
a
the
good one.
Janelle Grant lawsuit. It is not looking good for Vince McMahon as well. But the big thing, the reason why I wanted to mention this, because we don't talk about all of the legal stuff on this podcast, but I've been following it, and it's not good for a Brock Lesnar return. I think that's maybe what influenced Jey Uso, the decision for Jey Uso to win the Royal Rumble, is that, hey, we're not getting a Brock, so that means there is no Brock and Gunther match. Possibly so. I'm just throwing out a theory there.
I get it. Maybe.
But do they? You know what? I would love to see Brock back.
Me
But
too.
do they need Brock? No,
Nope.
not really.
Nope.
No. So maybe there'll be an opportunity for Brock to clear his name, and we get Brock back when we need Brock. When
Maybe.
there's 4 or 5 big name stars who are injured. So that's the way I look at it. Try to look at it in a positive light if you are a Brock Lesnar fan. We're looking forward to him coming back because there were rumors, strong rumors of Brock Lesnar coming back. Not now. Not now.
No, probably not. Not looking
Maybe
good.
ever. Maybe ever.
Maybe ever.
Huh?
Maybe ever.
Yeah, maybe ever. That's what we're looking at. All righty. So let's get to the what the fuck moment of the week. Let's start with you, Toaster. What is your what the fuck moment of the week?
My what the fuck moment? What the fuck could be a good thing, right?
The what?
The what the fuck moment could be a good thing, right?
Yeah, actually, it could be. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. So Jey Uso's in the ring. He's yeeting all over the place. He stops yeeting, and the crowd goes one more time. And Jey Uso looks into the camera and he goes, "Play my music one more time for everybody. Come on, can we play the music?" And they play it. Yeah! He started yeeting all over the place again. I love that. What the fuck? We got something cool like that. I thought it was cool.
I love seeing that kind of crowd energy, even just on my TV, man.
But that's the first encore.
Infectious.
That was an encore. They had an encore. It was cool. I liked it. What the fuck?
Here we go. 3rd week in a row. My what the fuck moment is Jeff Jarrett once again.
Oh no.
It's not really Jeff Jarrett. It's AEW and their handling of Jeff Jarrett that annoys the shit out of me. Because pick a lane. Have him feud with MJF or have him feud with the Death Riders. Pick a lane.
We were going
because
so
as a viewer, I'm confused. And it's a little overwhelming if you're trying to pull for Jeff Jarrett, which you're trying to get the viewer to pull for Jeff Jarrett. It's hard to pull for Jeff Jarrett. He has no backup. He's getting gangbanged by the Death Riders. And then usually MJF's coming out to pick up the scraps. And it's like, okay, you know what? I'm done. I cannot.
Trey. It was going
feud with MJF. The Death Riders have their hands full with FTR and Co. and other fucking people. Jay White. They're feuding with the whole fucking roster. Can you leave Jeff Jarrett alone so he can have a feud with MJF? Fuck, Tony! Fuck! Alright, good.
We were going so well. We were going so well, and you had to bring up AEW. It was going so good.
There's
What the
stuff I
fuck?
like about AEW. I
What
love
the
the
fuck?
Tony Storms. I love the Tony Storm stuff. Some people shit on it. I get it. I think that she has great character development. I think that she's played out a really good story with Mariah May. I love that, man. But man, there is so much I don't like. I just it drives me nuts. But they got
What?
really good talent on that roster. They have enough talent to at least compete with WWE. You know, on a talent level, they do, man. They really do. But it's the booking, man. It's the booking. There's no story real. There is stories. They're just not great stories.
I'm depressed now.
I know, man. We were talking about all this
It was
great
so
shit in
good.
WWE,
It was so
and
good.
even looking at the Brock Lesnar stuff positively, and then all of a sudden,
You had
what
to
can I
bring up
say?
AEW.
AEW's like Debbie Downer. You remember that skit on Saturday Night Live?
I know.
And people would be like,
Yeah.
positively and all that.
Well,
And there's
yeah.
Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
Fucking Debbie Downer shit, man.
Womp, womp, womp,
Fucking
womp.
Tony. Fucking Tony. One last piece of information before we get off here. WWE has a new show coming out March 9th. It's on Tubi. It's called Evolve, and it comes out Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. My God, what a way to end the show. Woo, man. Just took a big dump on AEW there, didn't they? Damn.
You really hit them hard, huh?
I'm just saying, WWE took the dump on. We took a dump on them too, but WWE took a dump on them as well.
Yeah.
They're saying, this is our,
I would have loved to see that on regular cable and see them go
this is
against them.
minors. This is the minor league. They've admitted it's a bunch of WWE ID people, and it's like for an opportunity to get into NXT. So now you have a tier
Oh,
system in WWE
yeah.
almost. You have
Yeah.
Evolve, NXT, and then you can get to the main shows, SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah.
Man. And you
Yeah.
even have, Impact or TNA. You can almost consider them a part of WWE now.
We are in a very interesting time.
Killing it. Killing it.
Killing it. Killing it. That's
And
it.
that's funny. AEW was the ones known for working with all these different companies, and now WWE is working with more companies than AEW is. Isn't that nuts?
They're a fucking joke. I'm sorry.
We're going to end it right there. We've gone over as usual. We're going to end it right there because we're not here to shit on AEW. Damn it.
Yeah, we are. I
Yeah,
think
we are. Fuck it. I don't care. If you like AEW, if you come on this podcast, I will pay you. I will pay you to come on this podcast and defend AEW, and I
please.
won't even argue with you. I will put up a subject that we don't like the whole Jeff Jarrett, MJF, Death Rider thing, and then you argue that. Please, for the love of God, if you're an AEW fan, I am begging you to come on this podcast and defend this shit. Please. I will give you the fucking floor. I will
Don't
give
hold
you
your
the
breath.
fucking floor. Yeah.
Don't hold your breath.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm talking to you, some of our viewers, like Luke Thompson, maybe a Rick, somebody, Drew Coleman. Come on down, anybody,
Yeah.
please, for the love
We'll
of
get
God.
people on. We'll get people on.
All right, guys, that's it for the Gorilla Press podcast this week. Join us each and every week. Remember to like, share. Remember, our success is your success. We're taking you along for the ride with us on IG, temporarily suspended on TikTok because it's a little up in the air, let's be honest. We're on Facebook, of course, and I think that's it. Did I name them all?
YouTube?
I'm missing one. IG, I think I mentioned that one.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's it. See you later.
Later. That was good.